Welcome to the Sandfly Songwriter Series, hosted by musician and artist Josephine Johnson and recorded live at Driftaway Cafe in historic Sandfly, Savannah, Georgia. Each episode features live local music, honest conversations, and the stories behind the songs. And so I'm going to introduce to you, this is Aaron Paul Zimmer right here. Yes, yeah. And I'll give you a brief introduction of him, and then I want you to think of questions that you can also ask him. Write them on those little pieces of paper, just one or two. And then I will collect them before Aaron begins performing, and I will select just a couple of them from this jar because I also have my own questions for him. So, maybe you have caught Aaron Paul Zimmer around town singing with one of the hostess city's most adored folk bluegrass trios, City Hotel. Does that sound familiar? Yes, yes. Or maybe you've seen him perform with Jay Rudd. He also plays with City Hotel. Or maybe you have heard him up atop Local 1110 at Perch, or at the Public Kitchen and Bar, or other places around town performing solo. And if you have heard this man's voice, if you have listened to his articulate turns of phrase, and his humble yet masterful guitar work, you know the genius that is Aaron Paul Zimmer. Yeah, okay, there we go. Oh, she's here. Oh my gosh, Andy's here. Oh my gosh, yay.
Thanks for having me, y'all.
Yay. Well, you made it just in time because I'm introducing Mr. Aaron Paul Zimmer. He's right here. Oh, yeah, oh, I love it, I love it. So, I know that he grew up in Cartersville, Georgia, and he went to UGA, and he currently teaches. He teaches English. He teaches 8th grade English. So before we get started with everything, if you took a moment and wrote down some wrote down some questions, and then after we finish dinner, I will collect those, or before maybe, and I will ask him some of those questions during the interview portion. Sound good? Yay. Okay, did I get that, Aaron?
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. What a wonderful introduction. Thank you. Thank you.
Yay. Well, great. Well, just enjoy your time. I know we've got drinks coming around. The menu is there in case you didn't pre-order something from the menu. And just take a moment to get to know the folks around you and enjoy the time. All right. That's all I got to say for now. All right. Without any further ado, let's do this. This is Aaron Paul Zimmer, songwriter extraordinaire, living here in Savannah, Georgia. He's got family and new friends here in the night. Take it away, Aaron.
I am diminished every time she leaves. Cream in the coffee, honey in the tea. It's the warm oblivion when you're nodding off to sleep. Black and white movie on a color TV. Standing in the weather in your oversized coat, stuck into the library, gone out from the cold. When the dust settled way up in the east, reading up on you were reading up on me, cutting teeth, shaking knees, little salty, little sweet. Yeah, I cut my teeth with shaky knees. Cut my teeth, yes indeed, with Marie. Move out to the suburbs with a yard full of bees. Up and down the hallway with the sound of tiny feet. Home every weekend playing pick up in the street. Willing to learn anything that you're willing to teach. Cutting teeth, shaking knees, little salty, little sweet. Yeah, I cut my teeth with shaky knees. I cut my teeth, yes indeed, with Marie. Ba-da-dum-da, ba-da-dum-da-dum-da. Thank you.
Hit us with another one, Aaron Paul Zimmer.
All right. Out in the desert lies an ocean that was drunk up, drowned out by the sun, drop by drop. Beyonce was wasted until there was nothing left but some bleached out bone. Under the city lies an ancient road that's now just a path of crumbling stone. The destination has been forgotten. Guess those folks, they passed the point of no return. But it makes you feel like you're nothing much at all. Just know you mean everything to me. Alright. Through the eons, past swirling galaxies, stars they flicker on and off like neon signs. One eye open as another closes, just the undeniable, unknowable way of things. But it makes you feel like you're lost and by yourself. Just know you found everything in you. Alright. When it's over, when there's just darkness, no one comes back in to turn on the light. There's just nothing, I'm okay with nothing. For a few moments you came and lit up my life. I ever make you feel like you're anything but everything, just know I sing this song for you. If I've ever made you feel like you're anything but everything, just know I sing this song for you. Yes, I do.
Excellent. So I should have asked when you started, what was the name of that first song?
It's called Cutting Teeth. Cutting Teeth.
Cutting Teeth. Yeah. And the second song, what was the name of that one?
Anything but everything. Yeah.
Got you, got you. So when I introduced you earlier, I mentioned that you were from Cartersville, Georgia. And so I don't know if you're familiar with Cartersville, but I know there's the Booth Western Art Museum is up there. The Telus Science Museum is there. It's pretty close to Atlanta. And so I'm wondering, like, what it was like growing up there, and if that has influenced, or what that has to bear on who you are as a songwriter and a creative, or if it does at all.
Well, Cartersville's a great town. It's up and coming, but really where I grew up was about 45 minutes outside of Cartersville. And when I was about 12, my parents bought a cabin for us to use on the weekends. And then they quickly realized that they liked the cabin way more than our house in town, and so we just moved to the cabin full time. And that had a big impact on me as a young person. When we first moved there was no cable, no internet, and it was just, there was no neighbors, still no neighbors, but I, had a lot of time just kind of walking around the woods with my own thoughts, and I had an awesome basement bedroom that my parents set up for me and gave me a space to just be creative and play my guitar and kind of figure myself out and figure music out, and yeah. So
That's very Larkin Poe. I don't know if you're familiar with those artists,
Yeah,
the sisters. Yeah. They grew up in Calhoun, Georgia, and their parents did a very similar thing. They moved them off grid and homeschooled them. Were you homeschooled?
Oh, no. No, I mean,
Mom's like, no, we're not doing that.
not officially. Both my parents are teachers, so I guess there was some of that going on, but no, not officially.
Do you have any siblings?
I do. I have a wonderful little sister. Her name is Caroline Zimmer, and she lives in New York City. She's a go-getter, way more than I am. So she's a photographer up there. Yeah, you should look up and Google Caroline Zimmer photography. And my dad's a photographer too. They work together a lot, and yeah, she's awesome.
Wow. So it really wasn't so much that Cartersville informs who you are and what you're like in the world as an artist, but really more that time that you spent alone in the woods and that. Can you talk a little bit about that and like what you found in the woods and how you bring that to your writing? I said he was a very literate lyricist, right? And you heard that. So can you talk a little bit about maybe that influence of nature and what that brings to bear on your writing process?
Yeah, I would just say pick up the book Walden by Henry Thoreau, and you got it all.
It's on my nightstand. That's on my nightstand, yes.
No, I mean, it was just, it was a unique way to grow up, and I feel very fortunate that I grew up in the time period that I did, too, where, I didn't have devices and all that kind of stuff. And so, yeah, I mean, it was just really, I read books and, played guitar, and like I said, I had a creative space to kind of sit and be as goofy or as serious as I wanted to be with no judgment. And I think I emerged, like, after a couple of years, and it was like, hey, Mom, Dad, I learned how to do this, and I showed them a song, and they were like, yeah, that's okay, let's do that, yeah. And so from then on, I kind of, pursued it. But I really didn't get into guitar playing and songwriting until I was, maybe 13, 14. I was, the angsty period right there, so, yeah.
When the hormones kick in.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, would you share another song?
Sure,
And
please.
Can you share the title of it, too? I should have asked that before you began.
This one's called Katie Brown. It's a City Hotel song. So I wrote this one for City Hotel. So it's a bluegrass murder ballad.
Ooh, my goodness. We'll get right into it.
Well, Kitty Brown, well, she turned me down. She let my heart lay straight. only had eyes for that Billy boy, and she sent me out on my way. Yeah, Friday took the best from me, just to see them go hand in hand. Pulse in my head to see my Katie Brown in the arms of another man. Well, I followed poor William when the sun went down to his house upon the hill. I said, William, William, please come down. My heart, it longs to kill you. Oh. Well, gray skies, they did swirl above, and the wind, it rose on high. And that waning moon wasn't strong enough to show Katie Brown drawing an eye. Well, I stole the silver pistol well from my vest, and I raised it up to my eye. That long, tall scoundrel Katie Brown loved best made a desperate prayer that night. As my bullet stole that young man's life, well, now Katie Brown stepped into the waning light, and the dress she was wearing, it was much too wide. And I hit my hair true in my surprise, and a red rose sprouted from beneath her jaw. I saw my Katie Brown as she turned in for fall, and the red rose sprouted from beneath her jaw. And I saw my Katie Brown turn in for fall. So I sank into them cold black hills, never to make my return. Now crawl inside some whiskey, still all I wait for my soul to burn. All right.
This is my third time to say it. Literate lyrics. I crawled into that whiskey still for my soul to burn, waiting for my soul to burn. Yeah, I mean, all of the imagery that you see in those songs, I've got goosebumps on my arm right now. Mercy. Before we move on, I need to ask you, what was the inspiration for that? Like, did you put yourself in a character, or what was that?
Well, I killed my first wife. And, no, I just...
The truth comes out.
That was a joke. I can't remember what my mindset was at that point. Yeah. I wanted to. I think I really just was trying to write a bluegrass song on that one. Yeah.
I got. Well done. Well done. Well done.
Not biographical at all. At all.
I know we go from Nature Boy to the Murderer Man. All right, so we've got questions for Aaron. These are the question slips that were on the table. And I'm going to shake them around. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? You're in the hot seat now. Okay. This one asks,
You gotta read that one. That's a good one.
what is your favorite cereal? Oh, that's Ben. This question comes from Aaron's son. What is your favorite cereal?
All right, so I get a lot of flack for this one. Well, not for the first one, but my first favorite cereal is Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Can Can you verify this, Ben? Is this true? Yes. Yes.
In my 20s, I used to eat 2 heaping bowls of Cinnamon Toast Crunch every morning for breakfast, and then I was hungry again like 25 minutes later, and I figured that wasn't good. But now, I really like a bowl of grape nuts with some honey dribbled over the top and some cut up bananas. So, I'm almost 40. So I had to adjust a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, the grape nuts, that's definitely not the breakfast of a murderer, so.
Yeah.
You've redeemed yourself, Aaron.
I might have to switch from grape nuts, too, because I'm missing quite a few teeth. Yeah, so they're like chewing on rocks, so, yeah.
Let's do another one. Let's do another one here.
I'm so glad
that was a
got
good
drawn
question,
out of the jar,
Finn.
yeah.
Thank you. Oh, who taught you how to play guitar?
Well, my dad, right here.
Yay! Go, Dad.
Yeah, I was about Finn's age, and my dad had a guitar that a good friend of his had given him, and it was a nylon string guitar. And if you know anything about playing guitar, a nylon string is the kind to start with because it's got the the softer strings. And so he just showed me all the cowboy cards, and he showed me a song called "Show Me the Way to Go Home," which Finn knows now, and we're working on that one. And he's working on playing guitar. But yeah, my dad taught me how to play guitar. So I'll be forever thankful for that, for sure.
That's great.
Yeah. Not the greatest thing he ever taught me, but up there for sure, yeah.
Let's do one more. Let's do one more before we do another song. I like these questions. Thank you for the thoughtful questions.
Solid.
Do you write lyrics or music first?
It comes in different ways. A lot of times I'll write a progression first, and then I'll sit on it for a long time. I have like 10,000. This is not an exaggeration. Like 10,000 just recordings of various progressions,
patterns,
lyrics, and everything. And then sometimes I'll write lyrics first, or come up with an idea first, and then sometimes I'll just meld the two. Forgotten progression, forgotten lyrics, and sometimes the best, and as a songwriter, sometimes it just comes all at once, which is the best.
You pray for that. That's rare for me.
And one time, a complete song came to me, or like 3/4 complete, came to me in a dream, and I woke up and I wrote it down, and it was awesome. It was like that was the coolest for sure. But it just hits you in the shower, on a run, or when you're driving in your car. It comes in different ways. But usually the progression first. Yeah.
Great. I think, was that Lynn's question? Yes.
What about you?
Oh, me. Oh, my gosh. Like you, I use my phone, and I will find a cool, like a progression, a chord progression. And then I try to think about what that combination of sounds suggest in my mind. And I'll, put some words together. So similar.
Gotcha, yeah.
Similar. Yeah, and then other times I've got a bunch of words that I want to, fit to something.
Yeah.
So it kind of depends.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
She's a great songwriter, a singer-songwriter, guitar player, too. If you don't know that about Josephine.
Oh, thanks. Thank you, Aaron.
She's much busier than I am all the time, so that tells you about her. Oh, God, we should have done that.
Oh, we should have done that.
Next time.
Next time.
Yeah.
Next time. What would you like to play for us next?
This one is actually one that my wife helped me write.
Excellent.
Yeah, she's wonderful, and she's much better looking and much smarter than I am, and she has an affinity for old movies, and so she kind of helped me put this one together. But this one's called "Like They Used to." So this is. I wanna live like they used to. I wanna do those things like they used to do. Coffee in the morning and I fill my cup. Lay it down in the evening when the moon comes up. Set me in the kitchen with some gravy on my chicken like they used to do. I wanna walk like they used to. I wanna amble in the stroll just like they used to do. Like Andy and Oak down at the fishing cove. Tired of people driving and talking on the phone. Oh, it's just dangerous. Wanna take a walking like they used to do.
Well, I'm up too late and I'm rising too early. Life like this gonna make a man worry. Life's too short, let's take it slow. Turn back the dial so I can ease my soul. Well, I wanna make a love like they used to, out behind the barn or at a drive-in, a movie with Sophie Loren, Vivian Lee, some femme fatale or be horror queen with an hourglass figure. Wanna make love like they used to do. Wanna take the drink like they used to. Trade a watered down beer for my pappy's brew. Well, serve it in a spoon with a lute and spoon. Liquor so clear, let the moon shine through. Wanna go riding with the John White lightning like they used to do. Well, I'm up too late and I'm rising too early. Life like this gonna make a man worry. Life's too short, let's take it slow. Turn back the dial so I can ease my soul. Well, I wanna take a swing like they used to. Said just like the Duke and owns John Ford movies. Take one to the butt, get right up. No need to call it all, they'll just screw it up. Well, I'm tired of repressing. Wanna take a licking like they used to do. I wanna live like they used to. I wanna do those things just like they used to do. Take me back in time when things were better. Sharpen up a pencil and write me a letter. Make sure you sign it with a little perfume like they used to do. Well, take me back in time, 'cause I wanna live like they used to do.
All right.
Oh, oops. Fantastic. All right, so I'm curious. And you said that was a collaboration between you and your wife.
It was.
So, like, how did that work? How did you work together to make that song?
I came up with the idea, and then she was like filling in all the details that I'm too dumb to remember when I watch old movies. You know, all the names of the femme fatales and everything. And so yeah, she's big on old movies. She was a film minor in college, so yeah, she's a great appreciator of things I really don't understand. And yeah, so yeah.
Well done. Okay, so I beg to differ about that. Smarter than I am, because if you don't know this, Aaron, well, I think I mentioned it. Aaron he's a teacher. He's an English teacher. Yay! Yeah. So we have some children that are in good hands, right? We need more Aaron Paul Zimmers in the classroom. I'm curious, do you find inspiration from your students when you're teaching? Or, like, does your teaching English, does that inform how you approach writing and making music? Is there any kind of synergy at all there?
I don't know about that, but I will say that, you know, every time I tell somebody I'm a teacher, like, I get one of two responses, and that's like, you know, God, I don't know how you do this for a living. Or, like, you're such a saint, you know, like, you're the greatest.
Teachers save the world!
Yeah, that. And I will say that my response to that is, like, it's a job that gives, like, a lot, you know. Teaching young people keeps you young, and I do find a lot of inspiration in my students. I don't know about songwriting, but just, like, in my life, you know. I think we're in an interesting time, and, like, you know, particularly divisive time and stuff. But what I see in my students is, I think, more representative of what's actually going on in the world. And I teach at Hess, and it's just this amalgamation of just different kinds of kids and different kinds of people all, like, coexisting in the most peaceful, like, joyous way every day. And so that's really meaningful for me, and it gives me hope, like, for the world. So that's what I get out of teaching.
That's great. That's great. That's great.
Hey, thanks.
Should we do another audience question? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. All right, make sure I don't. Okay, here we go. mix these around. Oh, maybe we will. All right, we've got. Who are your musical inspirations?
Well, like I said, I grew up in a house that I was allowed to be very creative, but also it was a house that was always full of really good music all the time. Like my
Okay,
parents.
so what's good music? Like what?
Yeah,
what-
so my parents always had music on, like in the mornings when we got ready for school. We always ate dinner together, which was really awesome. We always had music going, and so I guess it's all stuff I listened to when I was growing up. Simon and Garfunkel,
Okay.
Bob Dylan, Willie Nelson, John Prine, Levon Helm, and the band. Finn knows about the band. Yeah.
Oh, you like the band?
Yeah.
All right, all right.
Natalie Merchant and Nora Jones and Tracy Chapman, REM. Both my parents went to school in Athens and got to see Michael Stipe and REM in like these, tiny venues and paid, $1 cover charges to go see them. And so I always grew up in just a very a household that appreciated really good music. And so those are all my inspirations. Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
The Sandfly Songwriter Series is brought to you by Driftaway Cafe, Savannah's favorite spot for casual coastal cuisine, live music, and laid-back vibes. Whether you're stopping in for fresh seafood, weekend brunch, or a night out on the patio with friends, Driftaway Cafe is the perfect place to unwind. Visit Driftaway Cafe at 7400 Skidaway Road in Savannah or online at driftawaycafe.com. Thanks for listening to the Sandfly Songwriter Series. Tap the links in the show notes to connect with Josephine Johnson and our featured singer-songwriters. And if you're in town, check the schedule and grab tickets to join us for an upcoming live recording at Driftaway Cafe, located at 7400 Skidaway Road in beautiful Savannah, Georgia.